The 2018 Volvo S60's trio of engines make for a desirable spec sheet, but they come up a little short on refinement as it stands. The S60 doesn't quite justify its price tag when it comes to performance. Most S60s feature a 2.0-liter turbo 4 rated at 240 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. That Volvo brand's T5, the base engine, shuttles power to either the front wheels or all four for an additional $2,000 via an 8-speed automatic transmission. The Turbo 4 provides ample acceleration, but it sounds more coarse under acceleration than it should. Would you consider its price tag inclined toward $50,000? We've also noticed occasional confusion from the automatic transmission. Find an S60 with a T6 badge on its rump and it'll be powered by a turbocharged and supercharged, yes, both, version of the 2.0-liter Turbo 4, good for 302 horsepower and 295 pounds-ft of torque. Paired to the same 8-speed automatic, it's noticeably faster without making substantially better sounds, and the hefty price tag makes it a tough sell for us. Volvo only offers the T6 with the R-Design trim package and all-wheel drive. Topping the range is the S60 Polestar with its 362 horsepower, 346 pounds-ft of torque version of the T6's engine. It's fast thanks to its broad torque curve, but not as ferocious as rivals with full-on performance cars like the BMW M3 and Mercedes-AMG C63. It's also not a lot cheaper, making it something of a dubious value unless heavily discounted. Base S60s with their standard 18-inch alloy wheels have a well-controlled ride that can occasionally crash hard on big bumps. Selection, the optional 19-inchers, makes things more brittle. The Polestar's Olin-supplied suspension is much more impressive and remarkably cost-saving. It doesn't turn the S60 into a razor-sharp corner carver, but there's little body lean, and even the roughest pavement doesn't intrude too much into the cabin. Despite the thick-rimmed steering wheel included on every S60, there's little road feel still. The S60's handling is sharp and direct, bordering on entertaining overall, though the S60's plump curb weight, all-wheel drive models approach 4,000 pounds, makes itself known too much for drivers to have a lot of behind-the-wheel fun. The optional adaptive suspension provides several different suspension settings, but even the standard non-adjustable setup, plush enough for day-to-day driving and taut enough for a jog through the twisties, all-wheel drive is optional with the base engine and standard elsewhere, as you might expect for a country covered in snow for much of the year. The hall-deck system quickly shuttles power around as needed. Up to 50% of the sedan's power can be shifted rearward for more traction. The S60 Cross Country sits about 2.5 inches higher off the ground than its siblings, but it's more about the look than any real capability. It leans more into corners, but generally drives just like any other S60, albeit with a seating position above most sedans.